What's up, guys? David here. Today we're going to talk about making money with cryptocurrency. Now, if you're like me, you've watched a million YouTube videos on how to make money with cryptocurrency, as well as probably other things too, any kind of passive income. I will tell you that the videos that I have watched all say the same thing: investing and day trading. And the problem with that is it's such a flooded market and everyone's doing the same thing. And there's really no guarantees. The cryptocurrency market goes up and down so much. It's a really hard space to really know if you're actually going to make money. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 good facets for making money with cryptocurrency. We're not going to go all the way in depth with these, but in the future on the channel we will. So please hit the subscribe button down below. You can also go to Google and Google these things to learn more if you're interested. Now, before we jump into these 3 ways to make money with cryptocurrency, I want to address that I'm not going to talk about investing and day trading in this video. It's not that I don't think you can make money with those, because some people make a very, very large, significant amount of money with investing and day trading. But I think it's more for me just the mindset that in most cases in a space like this, the biggest winners, I guess, of the game are typically your entrepreneurs, the people that are thinking different from everyone else. And in a lot of cases, they're sort of the leaders, not the followers, the providers, not the consumers. They're the ones out front that are thinking ahead of everyone else. And in a lot of ways, they're providing for the people that are kind of trying to chase the whole thing, I guess, if you will. Back in the early 1900s, the biggest entrepreneurs of the day were Carnegie and Rockefeller. I'm sure you learned about them in history class if you're from the US. If you're not, they were 2 huge iconic figures that were involved in oil and steel. Carnegie was the big steel guy, and during a time frame when they were building high-rise buildings kind of for the first time, and railroads and all these different things that used a mass amount of steel, he was sort of at the root of it, providing the steel. So he wasn't innovating all of these solutions necessarily, but he was, think of him as an administrator or a top dog at the top, providing the steel down. Same with Rockefeller with oil, and think even now current day in the Middle East, you have some very wealthy people that are involved in providing oil because it's such a mass consumed thing in our current world. We have automobiles and buses and generators and all these different things that consume oil, and they're providing that. Current day examples, you could think of Elon Musk is a great example. He got involved heavily in electric vehicles before they really took off. And now that's the direction that the market is going. And, he's sort of this top dog that's administering. He's got employees that are working on future innovation and providing, vehicles that suit this need that we have. That's how he's so on top of it. And now the richest man in the world as of today. But the point I'm trying to make here is just that, in my opinion, in the research that I've done, most of the wealthiest entrepreneurs and the people that are most successful in these markets are providers, not consumers. And, that's kind of the way that I like to think when I'm starting a business or when I'm thinking about ways to invest or make money is, what are other people going to need or want to do? And how can I help administer that and make money off of that? All right, so let's jump into these 3 ways. I'm going to kind of back into this. We're going to start with number 3 and work down to number 1. And number 1 being the most profitable, number 3 being the least profitable. So let's start out with number 3, which is staking. So to explain what staking is on a high level, think about standard cryptocurrency, like what we know as currency today. I live in the US, so we'll talk about the US dollar. It's backed by gold. Supposedly, which is in a safe somewhere that we don't know. But the currency that you hold in your wallet, the dollar, is actually just a representation of the currency that's in a safe somewhere, backed by gold. You could kind of think of staking as the same concept. When you put your money into staking, you're putting it into an account and essentially locking it down for the network to use. It's basically using that currency to guarantee that other transactions are legitimate, to essentially guarantee these other transactions. And then you're rewarded for that with fees that are assessed on the transactions. So the network decides which staked funds to use. So the more you have invested, the more you could be rewarded. Now, I know one of the first things that's going to be mentioned to me in the comments section is that staking kind of is investing. And I'm not going to argue with you on that because in a way it's kind of like investing. You're taking your money, you're putting it into this entity, and you're hoping to get the money back with additional returns. But the actual mechanics of it are different from investing in that, investing, you're kind of relying on the market to grow or shrink to adjust the amount of return you get, I guess I would say. But with staking, you're actually getting fees that are almost essentially guaranteed because you're providing a service. You're not just expecting that your money is going to grow. Your money is actually doing a service to the network, and a fee is being assessed to customers that you will now get in return. So it's not truly investing, but it's a similar concept where you lock your money away into this like theoretical savings account, and then over time that's going to grow the nest egg and you should get more money back in return. My business that I've started uses all three of these methods, but I will say that staking is kind of like the supplemental source of income. It's where we put extra money that we bring in and we sort of lock it away to make additional extra money, but it's not one of our primary means of making money. Returns can be very good. I think at a minimum you could see 5% returns, and I've heard of people with a lot of money invested making 10 to 20% returns, which is huge because you think about the alternative of investing with a normal fiat currency, like say in a stock market or something like that. I would say the typical max return is going to be around somewhere in the 7 to 9% range. So this could be, significantly more than that. My number 2 way on the list to make money with cryptocurrency is going to be mining cryptocurrency. I'm sure that you've probably heard of mining before, and I know that sometimes there can be a lot of negativity around mining, especially between the mining community and the gaming community because of the hardware that's required to mine. But on an elementary level, if you don't know what mining is, it's essentially processing or verifying the transactions made in cryptocurrency. So we have some miners that are set up in my garage right now, and they are mining an algorithm that is looking to verify Ravencoin transactions. It works in a pool with other miners that other people have. And as it verifies these transactions, the computers are rewarded with new currency. That's why they call it mining. You're not actually finding new currency. You're being rewarded with this new currency for doing this service of verifying the transactions. Mining has had its ups and downs in profitability through the years. And this last summer was especially profitable for mining. There's some major changes coming up in the mining world, mining community. Basically, Ethereum, which is one of the top cryptocurrencies right now, is looking to switch from proof of work, which is mining, to proof of stake, which is staking. And the worry is that everybody that's mining Ethereum right now, if they were to switch and mine other coins, the difficulty level would go up and profitability would go down. I think that, in my opinion, this is creating enough of a scare in the community that a lot of people are selling off and getting out of mining. And that's why I think now is the time to really get into it. It's still profitable. If you buy equipment now, you could probably pay it off before the market even dips. And then when it does dip, if you hold out, it should stabilize. As people stop mining, it will become more profitable. And as new coins come in, that should help add to the profitability as well. Mining cryptocurrency sounds scary, especially when you see the pictures and videos of these crazy computers that people have in their garage, like some of my other videos that you've probably seen. But I can tell you it's not that scary. There's so much information online, and like I said, we'll post other videos here about how to do it. It's a great way to make passive income, and like I said, right now it's extremely profitable. One mining computer, if you have really powerful graphics cards in it, could cost you upwards of $10,000. If you get really good deals, it could be more like $5,000 to $6,000. But I would say a typical profit right now with kind of a medium market, not super profitable, but hasn't really dipped as low as it might go. I would say you're probably looking at making somewhere between $20 and $25 a day per computer. That's a return on investment of right around 1 year, which is better than most investments you'll see in any fiat currency or in a stock market or something like that. And the last one we're going to talk about today is crypto ATMs. What is a crypto ATM, you ask? Well, I didn't know either until recently, and it's like the best discovery ever. It's basically, picture a normal ATM that you would see at the bank or a gas station. It's like that, but where you can purchase and sell your cryptocurrency. It's almost more like a kiosk than an ATM, if you ask me. You can insert cash, but you can also swipe a card and you pay with a fiat currency and you purchase, say, Bitcoin or some other cryptocurrency. Some states also allow you to sell your cryptocurrency and get cash back. But a lot of states do not allow that because that would be the distinction between an ATM and being a exchange. If you're anything like me, the first thing you're going to ask is there really a market for that? I mean, do people even go to ATMs anymore or physically go to like a branch for a bank, let alone go buy cryptocurrency from this machine when you could just do it online? Well, currently there is a huge demand for it. I'm not entirely sure on all the reasoning, but I would guess that you probably have a combination of different things going on. There's the people that are already a little bit confused by cryptocurrency and maybe don't trust it as much, but they want to get involved, they want to try it out, and they don't really know where to start. So they see this machine in a facility and that just seems a little more tangible, and you swipe your card and you buy some, you give it a try, big whoop, spend a little bit of money and see what happens with it. Another reason is it's quicker and in some cases easier than going to the exchange. There can be delays with the exchange. You have to verify, address and different things to go through an exchange versus one of these, it's a little bit less strict in that way. And another reason I think is just because it's there in front of you. I feel like, for me anyway, sometimes in life, I forget about things unless I see it right in front of me. To see is to believe. And if you're out at the store or in the gas station and you see this machine and you think, oh, let me take a look at that, you might be more inclined to buy some cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency ATMs are a fantastic way to make passive income. And I would argue probably they are one of the best and most profitable ways to earn passive income in the cryptocurrency market. The biggest issue that you will face is that you have to cross a lot of legal hurdles, and I would highly recommend hiring an attorney. In no way, shape, or form am I giving any kind of legal advice. But for me, the first step I made was to hire an attorney to take care of all the documentation and legal paperwork and to advise me on, what I'm able to do, what I'm not able to do. Once you do that, you can buy the machine online. That's pretty easy. Buy some Bitcoin or whatever currency to stock it with. And then the last major thing you have to figure out is where to put it. Work with local business owners, work out a deal to pay somebody rent and put it in their store. And then essentially you just upcharge the transactions that go through the machine, and that's how you make your profit. There's also other small costs like insurance and materials for the machine, like paper for a printer and things like that. But those are fairly small costs. And overall, from what I've seen, profitability can be typically right around $3,000 a month. So you could see where if you had 2, 3, 5 of these machines, you could completely change your income, with just adding some of these machines. Well, there you have it. 3 ways to make an awesome side hustle with cryptocurrency. I can't wait to jump in and get more in depth with these in the future on the channel. So please, again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.